tension in the feet and working up into the body. So before we get started, just let's get everything relaxed and ready. Make sure that your working area is safe. There's nothing lying about that you could trip on or slip on. Water is handy. Cushion, bowl or towel to put underneath your back or underneath your head. Absolutely fine. Set it over to one side. And mat within reaching distance. Bowl at your feet just to start with. So before we do our full stance, we'll do a little bit of ball work. But just think while you're doing it, think of your core engagement. So corset round the waist area, pelvis in neutral. So just think of a little tip forward and back. And then with our feet, we'll be rearranging them to suit your balance. So place your bowl just at your toes, just in the center, and then just forward and back. So just in the middle of the foot, just roll forward and back. Now try if you can to lift up out of the supporting leg. The knee is slightly soft, but you're not sinking down into the hip. And we're just rolling the ball briskly forward and back. How hard you press is entirely up to you, but if you've got a hardish ball, don't press too hard, okay? These squishy balls are great, but if the ball is quite rigid, just take it easy. And we'll just do another couple on that side. And then pause, and just transfer to the other side. Start at the front again, and just through to the back. Again, lifting up out of the supporting hip. Trying to keep shoulders relaxed. Now when it's in the middle of the foot, you don't need to be so particular looking to see where it's going, because it tends to stay quite steady. If you've got tickly feet, see if you can bear with it. And 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Now take it on to the first side again, inside of the foot, and we're just going to slowly take it along the big toe side, from big toe to the heel. So we're not doing it quite as briskly this time, we're doing it slightly more deliberately. And you may need to fiddle about, I was going to say footer about, but that's a bit of a play on words. So we'll ignore that one. You might have to move about a wee bit. Again, depends on the texture of your ball as to how hard you want to press down on that. And then come to the outside of the foot. This can be a wee bit more awkward. And just press and release. Again, keep it quite slow. So you're not trying to do it as briskly. You're just trying to get a little bit of pressure on the outside of the foot. Now if, like me, you've had issues with metatarsal, this is actually quite nice on the outside because that's where my weakness is, and it's quite nice to release it. And then ease it off, give it a little jig, go to the other side. So start with the big toe, and then just feel it through. Now while you're doing that, think of your core connection. You can do whatever you want with your hands that helps you balance. This one you're more likely to want to look down to see what's happening. If you want to put your hand against a wall or on a chair to help keep your balance, that's absolutely fine. And when you get the movement pattern, you can afford to go a little tiny bit quicker. And 3, and 2, and 1, and then just flick it to the other side. Start nice and slowly, so keep it nice and smooth. Again, going from wee toe right through to the heel. And then when you get the movement going quite smoothly, you can afford to make it a little bit quicker. And press a little bit harder if it suits you okay. And 3, and 2, and 1. Give it a little pat out. And then come back to the first side. Rest your toes on the ball and your heel on the floor. Now take your feet a little bit wider apart. Just very gently. Easy squat. And release. Now it's not a deep squat, it's just a bend of the knees, pressing the bum back. And you're pressing down into the ball. And 3, and 2, and 1. Now take the ball to the heel, so that your toes on the floor. Now you might want to rearrange the other foot, because we're going to do the squat again. It'll be a slightly different feeling. So just ease down and release it back. Now keep the chest open and just release and through. You'll feel a little bit more pressure in this hip because this one is lifted. And 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Then come back through center, start the ball in the middle and just briskly forward and back. And 4, 3, 2, 1, and release it away. And then just move it to the other side. Rest the ball of the foot and the toes just up the heels on the ground. Now rearrange your feet to suit yourself. And then just easy squat. And release. As I say, it's not a deep one. It's just a gentle knee bend with the hips going back. Chest stays open. Core stays engaged. And as you come up, don't block out those knees. And 3, and 2, and 1. Release. Take the ball to the back. Press the heel down into it. Make sure the toe is grounded. And again, adjust the feet. And then just sit down and release. Sit and release. Keeping the chest lifted and release. Breathing out as you go down, in as you release. And 4 and release. 3 and release. 2 and release. 1 and release. Then just roll the ball away. Up onto the toes and just press toe through heel. Just release any tension. They should feel a lot lighter. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, release down so that your feet are in your natural stance. Roughly about hip distance apart, adjust as need be. Come up onto the toes and release back down. Allowing the toes just to lift slightly. Come up onto the toes and release back down. Just slightly lift the toes. So you're almost rocking back onto the heels, but not quite. Just a gentle release of the toes. Lift and release. Lift and release. 2 more of these. Lift and release. Last one. Lift and release. Now, take your weight onto one side again. Release through this leg. Lift up out of the hip. And just let's have a gentle point and flex. And flex. So we're getting a bit of balance in, as well as mobilizing through the foot and ankle. Point and flex. Point and flex. Now circle. 2, 3. Change direction. Circle. 2, 3. Release. Bring it down. Pat it out. Take your weight onto the other side. Lift up to the supporting leg. Float the foot. And then just point and flex. Point and flex. Point and flex. Remember your core connection. Flex, release, and then circle. 2, 3. Change. Circle. 2, 3. Release it down. And again, just gently pat it out. Now, make sure you have enough room to do a semicircle with your leg. So we take the leg in front, side, behind, and through. Front, side, behind, and through. Front, side, behind. Now if you need to tap each time, you can tap. 4 more. Front, or you can float. Behind and through. Front, side, behind, and through. Side, behind. Last one. Front, side, behind, through. Now hold this balance. Bring the arms up. Holding that balance. Woo! Press it away. Bring it down and pat it out. Now we're going to do exactly the same on the other side. So if you just adjust, lift again up out of that hip. Relax the shoulders, core engaged. So just front, side, behind, and through. And again, if it helps to rest your hand on something, that's absolutely fine. Or you can take your hands out, or you can just have them free. Just whatever helps you with your balance. Now remember, you can tap, 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 and lift. Or float. 2, 3, and lift. Last 2. Last 1, 2, 3, hold. Then float the arms up. Press the arms away. Release it down. And just press it through. Now if your ball's handy, grab it again. And all we're going to do is another little, just in the middle of the foot. Just give it a little forward and back. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Release it off. And then the other side. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. And then pat it out. And again, you get a little bit of release. Just float it over to the other side. Now, we've been doing a pattern, front, side, behind, so we're going to do the same with the knee lift, side leg lift, and back leg lift. Arms, opposite arm to leg. So float the knee up, bring it down, take it out to the side, take it behind, one or both arms, your choice. Then a slow squat, down, down, lift, change the side. So knee lift and release. Side leg and release. Now remember, when you're going back, slight body lean, belly button through the spine, and release, slow squat. Down, down, lift, transfer across. Lift and release. Side and release. Back only going as high as to need to feel the glutes. Down, down, lift, lift. Knee and release. Side and release. Back and release. Down, down, lift. Last one each side. Knee lift and release. Side leg and release. Back and release. Nice slow squat. Down, down, lift. Last time. Knee lift. Side leg. Back leg. Slow squat. Down, down, lift, lift. Now we're going to do a curtsy squat. Option number 1, tap and center, or drop and center. So you pick what suits you. I'm going to start on this side. So remember, tap or squat. So into the center. Now give me a heel lift. Lift, other side. Drop or tap, center, lift and release. Drop or tap, center, lift. So this is your alternative. Drop or tap, center, lift and release. We're doing 4 more. So either the curtsy with the heel lift, or the tap and heel lift. Last 2, whichever version suits you best. Curtsy, through, heel lift and down, curtsy, through, heel lift and down. Pat it out again. Now, little hip opener. We've done the knee lift to the front, so we're going to do it across and open. If you need to hold on to something, by all means, hold on to wall, chair, table, whatever. So bring the knee just across, open, through, pause, other side, across, open, through, across, open, through, across, open, through. 4 more. Across, open, through. Nice balance, everybody. Cross, open, through. 1 more each side. Cross, open, through. Last one. Cross, open, through. Pelvic tilt. Tilt the pelvis forward, release it back. Tilt and release. So we're just getting a little bit of release into that lower back. Tilt, pause. Now circle in one direction, circle in the other direction. And then find your center again. So think of those hips nice and level, like a spirit level. Core engagement. Now get the shoulders relaxed and down. Chin parallel to the floor. Head just floating gently on top of the spine. Now, head and shoulders. So give me a drop. Back through center. Glance towards the ceiling. And release. Same movement. Drop. Back through center. Glance towards the ceiling. Release. Now look over one shoulder. So breathe out as you look. In as you come back to center. Same side. Out as you look. Back through center. Same side. We're doing 4 to one side. And it makes it easier to go a little tiny bit further. You can do so. And pause. Then change to this other side. So just ease it through. Back through center. Remember the core connection. Ease it round. Back through center. 2 more to this side. Now you can go to the same spot each time, or you can do it a little bit more if it feels okay to do so. Back through center. Then just gently drop the head. And back through center. We're just alternating. Drop the head. And back through center. 1 more each side. Release the ear towards the shoulder. Back through center. Release. And center. Now soften through those knees and give me a sweep. So just reach the back of the hands together. Open it up, hands wide. Reach. Other side. Bring it down. And circle. Reach. And open. Up and over. Reach it over. And release. Reach it over. And release. Press it down, circle, and release. Sweep, open. Take it up and over, and release. Up and over, and release. Press it down, circle back, and release. Last time. Sweep, open. Take it up, and release. Up, and release. Take it down, round, through, and lift. Now split one high, one low. Split, center, down, and lift. Split, so you get in a diagonal, down, and lift. Split, nice diagonal move, center, down, and lift. Split, center, down, and pause. Bring the elbows in, touch just the little fingers together. Take a breath in and just open and close. So imagine you've got a tray in either hand. Open, and it's got crystal on it. So you're keeping it nice and smooth, and release. Keep the shoulders down and relaxed. Last 2. Open and close. Last one. Open, close, and release.